time, Ravi.
Cheers.
And it's been fantastic watching you bat.
Cheers, HD.
Yeah, the leading run scorer here in NPL, 469 runs, 650s, 4 on the bounce across 2 NPLs as well. He's made the Nepal Premier League his own, Ravi Bopara. Wrapped on the pads, maybe just drifting down leg. Yeah, shy the stumps at the bowler's end. Arjun saw very quick behind the stumps, very alert and aware as well. And I just feel Akash Tripathi may have made it. Or was he just a bit casual to get to the crease? That's been referred upstairs.
Oh, now then. I think he's going to be okay, to be honest, but it's almost, I mean, technology is absolutely fabulous, isn't it, Mikhail? But we're almost, we need to get an extra frame involved.
Not the first time we are seeing the frame being involved, because last evening as well, some very close calls, and the benefit of doubt here going to the batter. But here, of course, he certainly made it, looks like it. Maybe another angle would give us more conclusive evidence. Oh, that's on the line. Arjun Saul, what have you just done? An inspired piece of brilliance over here. And I'll tell you what, Akash Tripathi will be kicking himself for what has been a very casual effort of getting to the other end of the crease. Now, this is brilliance and awareness. And been a very casual effort of getting to the other end of the crease. The keeper score. What an inspired piece of brilliance from Arjun Saud, and that man, Ravi Bopara, too, will be thrilled and will give the pat on the back of Arjun Saud. Ravi, if you're around, you're a happy man with the team.
Brilliant bit of fielding. So Tripathi's form of 30s disappears. He goes for 4. It's 14 for 1.
Bit of a blip here for the Kathmandu Gorkhas, and they've got themselves to blame. Akash Tripathi was just stargazing, getting to the other end, and Arjun Saud has inflicted one of the best runouts we've seen. Smart piece of work. We did see Rashid Khan promoted in the previous game. Today as well, they continue with this template.
You're right, you know, we have gold caps and platinum caps and the best catch, but we never ever have the best run out, do we? It doesn't matter what league around the world. There's always things for batting, bowling and catching, but not a great art, which is, you know, ground fielding. We saw Dipendra Singh Eri the other day with a direct hit, which wasn't a surprise. He always has at least 2 or 3 in a tournament.
Oh, the star from the last game. Uncapped player walking away with the player of the match, playing his first game in NPL Season 2, bags 5 for 21, and he becomes the story of the tournament. And that's what NPL is all about. You get an opportunity, you raise your hand, you grab it. Ranjit Kumar has become the flavor of NPL Season 2 for what a fabulous start he's had with the ball. Brave spinner, ready to toss it up. Rashid got 14 and 10 in that last game of his. Always looking to force the issue with the bat. He was just trying to play all around. Very conservative to begin with.
Important for Rashid, in my opinion, to get off strike here, because Charlesworth, as a left-hander, would want to take on Ranjit inside the power play. It's a matchup that the left-hand batters, they want.
Slip in place. Oh, he's got some bat on this. And enough distance as well. That's some hit from Rashid Khan. And what a way to get off the mark and secure the first Siddharth Bang maximum as well in game number 15.
Well, this is the problem with matchups, is they don't often tell the full story, because that is some shot by Rashid Khan. Ranjit, you mentioned brave, Mikhail, and he is. He tries to get the ball up there and give it a turn, but the danger is if he overpitches.
It'll be interesting to see how the youngster responds. Reverse. Oh dear. Just fail to understand what's the plan here sometimes when you've just hit a very nice 6 over mid-wicket. Yeah, the last ball of the last over. Look at that from Arjun Saud. But look at Akash Tripathi. He's ambling across to the other end.
Not a good example of how to run, is it? I mean, he's dawdling, and then he turns around, looks over his left shoulder to see what the keeper's doing, and it's not exactly a gunshot of a throw, is it? There's a bit of a loop to it. So that was lazy running.
Good change of length and pace. No bowler likes being hit. Ranjit Kumar as well, just about sending that message.
He's so worried about the decision that he forgets about the ball. And the ball almost rolls back onto the stumps.
Dev Khanal, slightly wideish second slip. Yeah, nicely tossed up again. He's a good bowler, brave bowler. Got a big heart here.
The decision was the correct one, but there's no doubt it's heart in the mouth stuff when you're waiting for the umpire to make a decision. Now, he's so worried about it that, oh, watch the ball. Careful now. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Reminds me of a decision very recently. Yeah, inside out. He's not quite middle there. That's going to be a wicket. Ranjit strikes in his first over. He's having a whale of a time in NPL Season 2. And Rashid Khan comes and goes in quick time. The Rhinos on top.
Yeah, again, amazing, but I question the choice of stroke. He's played a beautiful sweep slog over a vacant mid-wicket. Now he tries to go over the offside. There's a long off in place. And because of the turn, it just spirals off the outside edge. Simple catch and gives this young man another wicket. What an introduction he's making into NPL. Rashid Khan goes for 6. Early trouble for the Gorkhas, 20 for 2.
Good start here for the Rhinos. They've accounted for 2 wickets in the first 3 overs. The plan of sending Rashid Khan has backfired, and once again it's that man, Milind Kumar, who walks out very early in the innings. A best of 64, 750s, a good experience under his belt. He'll certainly want to give that strike rate a bit of a boost, 110 so far. Yeah, but just wonder what's the planning over here. You send Rashid Khan when you have Ben Charlesworth at one end. You have the left-arm spinner in operation. Ideally, what's the plan for you, HD?
Well, I'd like to see Charlesworth walk down the wicket and say to Rashid Khan, after he's hit that shot for 6, look, this is the matchup for me. Left-arm spinner versus left-hander. Try and get me on strike. It might be a little lap shot or a little work away on the offside, but I want to face this guy. When an off-spinner's on, I'll get you the strike.
Yeah, that would have been the best option. Good to see Rijan Dakal back. Very impressive last season. One good outing with 2 wickets, but then he's gone quiet. He was unwell in the last game.
He would have been watching on from his hotel room, wouldn't he, Miguel, going, how am I going to get back into the side? Because it was Ranjit who came in to replace him and got 5 for. But they found a way to keep them both in.
He got 2 for 17 in that last game of his against the Lumbini Lions in his 3 overs. He'll want to continue with that rhythm and momentum into this. Keeper standing up over here to Charlesworth.
Little bit of turn, just holds ever so slightly in the pitch. Bopara does the rest, but again a lovely bit of bowling, such a good length, forcing Rashid to stretch for the ball.
It's a deep square leg and a long on here for Charlesworth. Oh, poor effort there by Sohail Tanvir. It takes some time for the tall man to get down and get up. And they'll get 2 runs here, the Gorkhas. How important it is for the Gorkhas to find Charlesworth getting some form and runs over here, HD.
It's not what you want. Well, we know he's very, very strong down the ground and through that extra cover region, Charlesworth. So it almost appears as though Rijan Dakal's trying to bowl the ball sort of at middle and leg, or maybe cutters for him so that the ball spins back into the left-hander. Hence the reason why there's protection at long on and deep square leg.
Slow through the air. That's called the spectator catch, the one bounce catch. Just excites the crowd. He has been a touch expensive than Sohail Tanvir Rijan, but he's got a couple of more extra wickets. Yeah, they've complemented each other well, especially last season. This year, they both have been quiet. They've really not gotten off to that kind of a fiery start with the ball where you account for 3-4 wickets, or maybe just 2 wickets in 1 over, but both quality pacers in the side. He's bowling well.
He's bowling a risky line though, with no protection on the offside. That's a couple in a row that he's bowled well outside off stump, but that was the length that helped him get away with that. It was Yorker length. No protection on this offside. Everyone up inside that 30-yard circle, so he's got to be careful with his line.
And he has third and fine up in the circle. It'll be middle and leg probably, this delivery of his. Oh, that's been driven down the ground. Saif Zeb. He's had a good outing.
Oh, it's made the Rhinos a good side, I believe, is that what's a scary prospect for the opposition is with Saif Zabe and Ravi Bopara in that middle order, and then the likes of David Malan at the top, who hasn't fired yet. You know, they're still right in the mix, but they've relied on that middle order of them to bail them out of trouble. If David Malan comes off, we'll be careful.
Then you're looking at the Rhinos as a serious threat in this competition. Just 1 innings David Malan needs. In the last game, he got a good start. He got 17 in 9. Then he departed. Just the 3 4s and 1 6. Very chirpy Arjun Saad behind. He's created a great opportunity in that last over. All right then. Can he finish well, Dakal? Yeah, he does. He's found a block hole with consistent ease this morning, very early in his spell. Just the 4 runs of over number 4, 24 for 2. Number 3, you'll have Dev. He did get 20-odd runs in the last game, looked aggressive. Then the middle order muscle of Zeb and Bopara and Kushal. They've been the fulcrum of the side. Arjun Saad and Tanvir can certainly bat. So you'd ideally want to believe, HT, the battle number 8. And then you move into the tail as well in Rijan, Kamal and Ranjit. It's going to be Sohail Tanvir. You just feel Ben Charlesworth is finding the middle of the bat, but he's finding the fielders at the same time, HD.
Just trying to have a little glance at the field here from our vantage point. We sort of blocked off a little bit here, but I think they've been smart with the way they've bowled to him. You know, their pace off the ball again. I think if you give Charlesworth pace on, that allows him to free up his arms, hit the ball down the ground, where that's his real strength.
Yeah, this is the HP Lubricant Commentary Box, SBL NPL Season 2. Good point. A bit surprised that just the plan here that you don't want the left arm spinner bowling to the left-handed batter. Your thoughts on Sohail Tanvir coming in? Because Ranjit, that's in the air, and that's been pouched as well. Soft dismissal, yet again Charles Worth trying to force the issue, finds the fielder. He has another ordinary outing in NPL Season 2, and Sohail Tanvir is now amongst wickets.
Well, do you need my answer on why Kushal Mala took off Ranjit? Inspired decision. This is exactly why he's brought Sohail Tanvir back on, as he said, I need you to knock over Charles Worth. I just think Charles Worth will fancy facing the left arm spin of Ranjit. First point of contact is absolutely fine. So this wicket will stand. And the Gorkhas kept Ben Charlesworth very, very quiet. Again, pace off the ball. Prapara's taking some catches. None of them are going to be catch of the season, but he's hanging on to them, and that's what's important. And so Charlesworth goes for 13. It's 24 for 3.
John Simpson walks out. Team in dire straits at the moment. The Kathmandu Gorkhas 24 for 3. Last time they got lucky, Karan Casey went big with the bat, else they were struggling then. You can sense the nervous energy for the batters as well. The top order has really not come good for the Kathmandu Gorkhas. You had teams that have middle orders shoring up, but for the Kathmandu Gorkhas, it's been more of a bailout each time. One player comes, plays a bit of a blinder with the bat and takes them to a position of strength, or rather respectability.
Well, they were nowhere, weren't they, the other day? And Karan KC bailed them out with arguably one of the innings of the tournament. What was it, 34 off 11? You can't keep doing that. But, you know, we speak about the Rhinos. The Rhinos can't keep relying on Bapara in the middle.
Beautifully driven and nicely cut off as well by Malla. Are you aware that we're still to see a Kathmandu Gorkha batter reach the 50-run mark in this competition?
Oh, Simpson's now a little further up the order. Every game they seem to move him a little further up, further up, further up. He walks in at number 5 now. He needs to repay that faith.
Simpson got 24, his best in NPL Season 2 in game number 2 against the Sudur Paschim Royals. That's when the Gorkhas were chasing 147, but they were shot out for 118. You had Mohammad Adil Alam get 48 not out. Milind Kumar get some runs. Another wonderful delivery.
Thing about these experienced internationals is that they work out what's required on the particular pitch they're playing on very quickly. Tanvir would have walked up, bowled the first one, seam up, second one, and maybe a cutter, and gone, okay, this is what I've got to do. We spoke to Bapara a little bit earlier. He's watching how the surface plays, and he's already planning his innings. This is a lot of young cricketers can learn from this. You don't just walk out and bat. There's plenty of clues out there.
Yeah, you got to observe, assess and execute. Nice effort by Dev Khanal. Another top over here by Sohail Tanvir. Only a run. And the wicket as well. After 5, Gorkhas in trouble, 25 for 3.
been the tail of the tape thus far, and not a good start. Well, it's been the tail of the tape thus far, and not a good start for the men from the capital city here. And this partnership is going to be oh so important. Milan Kumar has been excellent with the ball, maybe a little less so with the bat, just in the Nepal Premier League. Of course, he's having a most marvellous 2025, and John Simpson has shown us plenty of glimpses, but not enough thorough output and quality for a man of his cricketing ability, as I welcome Fazil Khalil. Fazil, good morning, maybe it's good afternoon now. We're back-to-back double headers, fantastic Friday, Super Saturday to come. How can you not love this Nepal Premier League? As Kamal Singh Hari comes into the attack and is clipped away for 4. Good shot from John Simpson. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Andrew. Good afternoon, everyone watching this wonderful broadcast from this beautiful city of Kathmandu. What a time to come on air. Simpson just easing that ball past mid-wicket, getting that Ensel Super 4. Beautifully struck this along this lush green outfield. A lot of care taken by the curator.
Talk to me, Fazil. What game day are we? Game day 11. We're actually now officially in the second half of the group stages. You spoke about week 2 being moving week, and we're going to have a grand climax, aren't we, to the second week? Double headers today and tomorrow, single header Sunday. By Sunday evening, we may well know the 4 sides that are going to be, well, certainly favoured to make the playoffs.
I'd like to, personally, from a cricketing point of view, I'd like to see it delayed as much as possible, perhaps till the last league game. And then when we get to see who the top 4 are, that will make good viewing, not only for the spectators, but keep everyone on tenterhooks.
Beautiful shots. There's a reason why this man scored over 1,000 county championship runs this summer, captaining Sussex in the top division. He's a quality player, and I'll tell you something, that is a quality shot.
Well, absolutely well said, Andrew. A quality shot from a quality player. A very high quality shot this. It's not the best pitches to bat on. It is not coming onto the bat as much as a batsman would like it to, but he's picked the gap to a nicety, hasn't he? Just easing it through that gap.
Oh dear. That might be the second one to Tanvir where he's had a bit of a howler. Short fine. There's Kushal Malla. If they win today, well, are we saying that 3 of the 4 sides, we don't definitely know, but 3 of the 4 sides very likely would be the Royals, Kings and Rhinos, particularly with the fact that the Rhinos would still have 3 games in hand?
Well, absolutely right. And then you see the Kings and the Royals, they're sitting nice and pretty. But I'd like to see the Avengers and the Axe making a move on here. And I don't want to really see the last 3 or 4 days, Andrew, where we're just playing out the games for the sake of playing them. Wish that we can get the 3rd and 4th place right to the back end of the leagues.
And of course, I think this evening's game under the floodlights is almost more important in a way than this one. Both sides can come back from defeat today, but if the Axe were to lose this afternoon, well, they're getting themselves into real trouble. However, if they win, they come within 2 points of the Kings, and it'd be 2 consecutive defeats for Bharatnagar. Feels like a massive day in the context of the season. Oh dear. Well, there's been a few fumbles. Most beautiful day here today. We had a stunning sunset last night that I think a few might have thought indicated some change in the weather today, but if anything, it's a bit warmer today and even more beautiful. Very bright indeed. A reminder, of course, we're on the Tribhuvan University campus right here, and you see there the National Ayurveda Research Training Centre, one of the buildings as part of the Tribhuvan University. I think it's great what the Cricket Association of Nepal have done. They've given all those students, I think it's a 40% discount or something in that vicinity on their Nepal Premier League tickets, and there's been plenty of students in throughout the competition as umpire Buddy Pradhan signals the end of the power play. As Ranjit Kumar will bowl his second. Now, Milan Kumar is known as one of the very best players of spin in the associate game, and he's having a fantastic time of things in 2025. But he has been battling that back injury. I think that's affected his fluency. There is Buddy Pradhan. He uses his feet very well. This time the fielding's good. It's Bapar, I think, and that's 3 runs saved.
They'll have to take a page out of Bapara's book, and the other umpire at the other end is Ravindra Vimlasiri from Sri Lanka. And the two best out there in the middle. They've had their moments, but by and large, the umpiring has been pretty good.
I sense this is a critical period here. Simpson is sent back for the second. They really should have taken it there, given the ground fielding's been a bit poor.
Certainly did last year anyway. Not of many talents.
And a big wave and a low to Durganath Subedi. Hello to you, sir. I think if I remember correctly, I hope he can hear me, I think he hosted the mini auction in September, or certainly did last year anyway. Man of many talents.
Like my fellow commentator.
Now, please, let's move swiftly on. Speaking of swiftly on, what about the Dish Home Go, official OTT streaming platform of the Nepal Premier League 2025? We've had messages from people watching in Japan, in Korea, in Australia. I saw the most incredible scene at a university campus in Germany, 30 Nepalese students all watching the Nepal Premier League. And the way to do that is to download the app. You can subscribe and catch every ball of the Nepal Premier League via that Dish Home Go app.
Yes, it's going all around the world, and it's going to my home country as well on Star Sports and Fan Court. A lot of messages from there that they're enjoying.
And we need to give a shout out to Kantapur Max HD, his team, and the game was on the big screen. Brilliant to see. 7 bowled, 44 for 3. Fantastic shots here. The TU International Cricket Stadium is what I'm going to call it now. Just see there that the tower in the background that was rebuilt after the earthquake as well. It's where I think I've got to take a trip up to Bhaktapur because they have world famous yogurt, hand molded clay pots, and incredible temples dating back centuries. It's beautiful up in Bhaktapur.
Well, I can't wait to just see the sights and the sounds of Kathmandu. But just getting back to your point of Kirtipur Max beaming this lovely league, Kantipur, all over Kathmandu. And when we were at the restaurant having dinner the other evening, it was almost embarrassing. And I could just hear my own voice, and I'm like telling the gentleman, please mute the TV.
Yeah, I told them to turn it up. I wanted to hear more of Fazil. We want more. Yeah, that incredible back to Port Durbar Square, UNESCO World Heritage Site dating all the way back to the 12th century. And it was, from what I gather, 3 different kings in the 3 different cities, all trying to almost outdo each other. Patan Durbar Square, beautiful over in Lalitpur. Kathmandu Durbar Square itself is very beautiful as well. Special place this. That's why the likes of John Simpson and Milan Kumar are enjoying their time so much here at the Nepal Premier League.
So are we. And I come from a country of heritage, culture, and a lot of history. And I've come to a country with a lot of heritage, culture, and history. And it's so nice to see the locals here so proud of being Nepalese, with the flags, with T-shirts, and some wonderful cricket just like this down the ground. Over the umpires had the best place to play the ball. Looks really good, Milan Kumar, one of the linchpins for the Gorkhas. Best place in the house to hit the ball too.
Particularly at this ground, and particularly on a surface that I think most sides have found tricky. Also brings the 50 up as well. Stylish stroke, very good straight drive. End of the 8th, it's 50 for 3. Here we are, we're talking about the sights and sounds of Kathmandu. What a place it is. The Panche Baja. That there is Patan Durbar Square in Lalitpur. Probably my favorite part of the entire city. You've got cafes overlooking the rooftops there. I think that's, where's this one now? That's down in, that's Janakpur, isn't it? The palace down there. And a nice mix of the sights and sounds. There was a trophy tour for the Nepal Premier League that went around all 8 of the provinces. Excuse me, all 7 of the provinces, 8 sides represented, 2 in one of them. But it went all the way from the far west out to the far east, as we're going to see Dev Canal of a bowl. This is interesting. He's bowled a little bit, particularly when he was captaining the Nepal under-19s. But that trophy tour is a huge success. And from what I gather, from talking to lots of fans from outside the valley, every single village and town you go into, there's somewhere where it's not just on the big screens, but fans on their Dish Home Go devices watching the live action. Remarkable to think, over 30 million people, and it's touching every corner of the country.
30 million people, but there was one very important person missing there. Full toss dealt with very severely. 296 fours for the tournament. Milan moving on to 13 now. Partnership 31, and they're looking good.
I know it's a full toss. I know he should put it away, but the placement is impeccable. And Dev Canal, who is a part-time bowler, his miss will tend to be too full. Better this time. Simpson says no. This is a good partnership. You sense the Gorkhas were in real trouble at 24 for 3. There are 2 overseas stars standing up here.
Well, you need someone to put your hand up and say, I'll do it for the team. I'll take the team to the 20 overs, get that 160, 165. And then it becomes difficult to chase on a slow wicket, especially if you lose wickets up front, like we saw the Kings do earlier in the tournament.
Faz, when we were on this pitch, I think it was 3 days ago, we probably saw the only day with really low scores and sort of misbehaviour, if you will, with deliveries keeping low. It doesn't look as bad today, does it? They've managed to find a way to rejuvenate this surface.
Well, yes, they've done a really good job with the pitches so far. And they're bound to get a little tired. We're in the second week, the sun belting down. We are playing a morning game and then the evening game. So it is going to be difficult for the curator, but I think he's done a really good job. 150, 160 coming into the second week of the tournament is par for the course. 9 done, 56 for 3.
few more shots here of the trophy tour. It was the Janaki temple of Janakpuri that we saw in the last shots, and the lakes, and I just love the trophy, the way in which they've built in that rock from the viewing point of Sagarmatha, or Everest as it's known in English. Okay, let's get down to Jess. No wickets, please, Jess. Who have you got with you?
I try not to take any wickets myself this time, but I'm here pitch side by Amar Rutella. Amar, 3 wickets down for the Rhinos so far. What do you make of the performance?
We have really get a good start. Let's just keep them below 150. That will be a good total to chase on.
Now, approaching the middle stages of the comp now, how have you found it integrating with some of the big names in your team?
They really help us while we are off the field and on the field. We have got a lot of legends players also. They have at least played 500 matches. Good experience, and learning from a lot from them.
Excellent. And now 6 days out of 7, we've seen huge crowds here at the stadium. What's it been like, sitting here in the dugout, on the field, being surrounded by these huge electric crowds?
In Nepal, fans are always crazy. They came a lot in numbers to support cricket. We have seen a lot of them before also. So, love to see.
Excellent. And now playing local cricket in Nepal then, how does it compare to being here at the MPL?
It's great. It's changed a lot from last year. We haven't played much matches around, I think, 8 or 9 months because the construction work is going on. So it's love to be back and play in this new ground.
Great work. Well, all the best for you and the team.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Back to comms.
Oh, very good from you, Jess. Not just a fantastic interview, but you've managed for once to take no wickets. It's the halfway stage of this first innings of a doubleheader day. The Gorkhas, they are rebuilding, but they're behind the game at 59 for 3, and it's time now for the expert strategic timeout. So the halfway stage of the first innings, and the Rhinos and the Gorkhas 3rd v 4th in the table. You sense it's a very important game in the playoff picture. And the fans not full to the rafters yet, but we gather it's either a sellout or close to for today. Tomorrow's been sold out well in advance, as I think all 4 Saturdays are going to be. And then we just got the one game on Sunday, so if you want to come along and join us for that, why don't you get those tickets as we end the expert strategic timeout. It's a beautiful day. I've got HD Ackerman alongside me. HD, it's a bit warmer today, isn't it?
she's not going to be a happy camper. I don't think the Raiders have won a game this year. In the old National Football League, which you would have been up till the early hours of the morning watching.
How about them Cowboys? Here's Ravi Bapara. We'll see him become the 7th bowler used. I do admire Kushal Mala's captaincy. I have to say, I think he is it's very hard to put your finger on what makes a natural captain. And a lot of it is kind of... is indescribable. You can learn captaincy, you can get better at it, but a lot of people seem to be born captains. I think he is one of them.
Feel. A captain's got to have a feel for the game, because there's plans that get spoken about before the day's play. Ideal plans, how they would like a game to pan out, but very seldom does a game pan out in the manner that you hope it does. They'll push hard. Got to get a move on. Does well. And I think a captain's got to have a feel for that. A captain's got to have a feel to say, you know what, this is actually how the service is playing. It's not how we expected. I'm going to go with this bowler, or I'm going to nip this one off, even though he's bowling beautifully, but I think someone else will be better against this batter. It's just a feel.
Good looking stroke from Simpson, that bottom hand coming through on the drive, and Mala does the fielding himself. Yeah, I think to have the self-awareness as a captain, to know that you didn't bowl particularly well yourself the last game, you went for 40, and to not have that ego to say, well, I'm going to bowl again, and to trust the teammates. Rajan Dakal back into the side today, of course. I think he's rotated them really nicely. Even that one over of Dev Canal worked out quite well despite the full toss. And this league is still early, isn't it? It's just in its 2nd year, but so many things they've designed brilliantly, like the 8 teams being captained by the 8 iconic local players.
Well, Ranjit knocked over Rashid Khan, bowled a beautiful first over and got hooked straight away, and Sohail Tanvir was brought back on, and he got rid of Charlesworth. So that's another good bit of leadership.
I just think he's tactically very astute. I really do. And again, we want all these young Nepali players, because with the exception of KC and Kami, all the other captains are 27 or less. They're very young captains. Even Rohit Paudel is ludicrously young. Youngest in the history of any World Cup of any kind to lead his country, as he did last year in the West Indies and USA. So they're all learning on the job, even the national team captain, and he probably didn't have his best day yesterday. 11 have been bowled. It is 65 for 3. In terms of the skills that they offer, even Sohail Tanvir is batting down the order more than handy. Slog sweep. Oh, nails it. Absolutely nails it. And look out. Up for the Omodo and Jakku Carr. They might just be sending you a damage repair bill, John Simpson.
Well, Andrew Leonard, you've been calling for him to be elevated up the order. He's slowly but surely making his way up there. Finds himself at number 5 today, and he's 30 off 18. So maybe the Gorkhas have missed a trick earlier on in the piece.
Monty Ricky Desai was talking to me about a bit of background about John Simpson. I said he's a fantastic, like all keepers, or well, vast majority of wicket keepers. He's a very good player of spin, and then the fact he's a left-hander, he's a particularly good player of left-arm spin. And what do you face an awful lot of in this league? Left-arm spin. So it just felt like a perfect fit after the kind of season that he had. He's kept wicket exceptionally well, and he's got lots of good starts. Today's the day he has to kick on and really stand up for the Gorkhas.
Did well there, Milan Kumar, actually. Beaten in the flight, just readjusted.
Needed to get going, Milan Kumar. That's going to help. And it might help. Oh, we're going to have to check this. Wholehearted an effort from Rijan Dakal, but I'm not sure whether or not. Well, it's going to be touch and go. This could be a boundary.
We could be here a while as well. What he does well is he's very aware that the ball is coming back. Look how quickly he gets back onto his feet. Now you got to jump. Get that back foot off the ground. Get it off. Oh, we're going to be here a while.
What is it about this season that we've had these... You could call this either way, couldn't you? We just had these frankly ludicrously close third umpire calls. Poor old Durganatsu Bedi up there is now going, well, is he up? Is he down? I don't know. I'm glad I don't do that job. I really am. I think it's a thankless task.
That's why I'm so open to my idea that once you leave the field of play, you are no longer allowed to get near the field of play.
Okay, while this is going on, I think we're going to be here a while, like you said. What other laws would you like to see change? I know a lot of people talk about them wanting to stop the overthrows off a direct hit. You know, should that deaden the ball?
The only problem with that one, and I like it, but the only problem with that one is you're just going to have people like Johan Boerta, who played for South Africa. You just constantly threw at the stumps. You're going to have everyone just throwing at the stumps, even though people are well in. But I do think that once it strikes the batter, I think it should be dead. So we don't have a situation like we did at the World Cup with Ben Stokes, and maybe it's just because it was England.
Dyer, the guy you and I have done a lot of work with, always reminds me it is given us 4 in the end. Never won the World Cup. They tied it twice and won it on countback. They may have been given the trophy, but they didn't win it. It was an Irishman to the trophy, so I'm actually okay with it. Oh, this is close. This is very close. What's it come off? I'd like another look at this one, H.
So often when the ball hits a thigh pad, immediately people turn away, but he is very, very low. That's a good shout.
KC going to strap the pads on and saying, I've had enough at 9 and 10. Might quite fancy 6 or 7 today. Ravi Bapara for his second over. Chip down the ground, good use of the feet, just the single. I'm a spin bowler, so I'm always biased towards the bowlers. I thought this was really, really close, HD.
Pitched on. And that, well, you could see the height of the stumps. That's unlucky. Probably wasn't as confident a shot as it should have been.
It sounds ludicrous, but your appeal is massively important. If you don't appeal in a manner in which you are imploring and explaining to the umpire you think this is definitely out, that's pitched in line for me. Barely an appeal, nothing from the keeper, and the keeper has such a job. This used to frustrate me deeply as a bowler. I'd go up with this massive appeal, and then I'd have my keeper on my slip staring at me going, what are you doing? I go, it doesn't. If I think it's out, you've got to go with me. The other factor in that shout, I think if it's hit the pad, it's probably going to be given, but because it's hit the stomach, it's not going over the top because it's kept so low, and Kumar was in such a crouched angle. I think he's got away with one there.
Just with regard to this innings from Milind Kumar, the problem here is if he doesn't get a move on, John Simpson starts to feel the pressure, and he plays a stroke then that he's not meant to, and the wrong guy gets out type thing. But we know that he's capable, Kumar, but he's just got to find some rhythm now.
He has done this a bit for the USA, particularly in ODI cricket. He starts woefully slowly, and you think, what's he doing out there? And then from nowhere, Milind Kumar bursts to life. He's had a couple of big hundreds in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2, where if memory serves me correctly, he's been T20 ODIs, but he has that potential acceleration. And he's trying, but at the moment he's just not finding any rhythm.
Yeah, the problem with that is, and I go back to the great South African all-rounder Jacques Kallis, is he used to do that as well. And if he went on, he would win South Africa the game. But if he got out, he would have wasted so many balls that it almost would cost the team the game. Because he was such a great player, he more often than not went on. But Kumar can't, if he's going to play like that, then he can't get out now.
And the thing you don't see in the scorecard is that pressure applied to the other batter. Because Simpson's going after it. Luckily, he's playing a gem of an innings. Magnificent wrists here. He has picked the slower ball. These two will have played against each other so much in county cricket. And Simpson wins that mini battle, 86 for 3. They're trending in towards that direction. How good a shot is this?
You have to have good wrists in that because it's full from Bapara. It's very full. And his reaction at the end of the over, the realization that he had got it too full, bowling the slower balls, we say, it's all very well having those variations, but the ball has still got to land in the correct area. And Bapara knew it was too full. Still had to be hit. And he is playing a gem.
In a day where every batter has scored a run a ball or less, Simpson's somehow striking it, well, not shy of 200, 177. Kumar called upon again. Well, the good news is we've heard from the Omoda and Jaku representatives. John Simpson 6 cleared the car, no damage done. And it is a beautiful drive, that one. This is the real SUV. Wasn't far away from it though, was he? Probably only a yard or two over the top of it.
There was a competition in South Africa many years ago when I was growing up where they used to place a car at deep long on, just other side the boundary. And they used to, if the player hit it, the player got the car. But bearing in mind in those days, very, up the ground for one, up the ground for one.
Did they get the damaged car or did they get a new one?
Sure, it got fixed.
This goes a long way up, but nowhere near long enough. Catching opportunity, put down. And that should have been taken. There's no floodlights in play. We're in the day game. And it just never looked likely, did it? And it's the sub-fielder all the way from Uganda. Alpesh Ramjani, first time on the field. First thing he does is put down a chance.
And this often happens to substitute fielders because you've been sitting with your feet up and you're not in the game, and suddenly you get called upon, and as cricket does, the ball goes straight to you, and you've got to be vested in the match.
I've been really surprised he hasn't played, because I'll tell you something, he is a gun left arm spinner and an incredible left-handed batter. Definitely one of the best from the associate game in Africa. On for Sohail Tanvir, I think. And he really should have taken that catch, but he just looked dazed and confused, even whilst the ball was in the air there.
I'm not sure who you're leaving out for him, though. What do they got? Bapara, safe. Sohail Tanvir, and David Malan. Difficult choice.
I know we commentated with him. Out you go, Dawood. No, I'm joking. Yeah, maybe Tanvir gets a rest and slog swept. Gets more than enough. Good stroke. This has been, well, an incredibly impressive innings. For me, one of the innings of the tournament, in fact, thus far. 14 have been bowled. It's 97 for 3. At the other end, Milan Kumar, well, he looks like he just can't get a boundary for love nor money. But the left-handers dominated this partnership. It's now worth 73. And the Gorkhas of a platform where if they make less than 150 from here, let alone 160, they'll be disappointed. Great fourth wicket partnership.
Those sort of numbers are the numbers that teams have struggled to chase down as we've got into week 2 of this competition, as the surface is a little bit.
Helped around the corner, and that's going to help. I'm not sure if it's going to be runs. It is just a little tickle. Thought it might have been a flick of the pad, but Kumar, even though he's battling, finds a way to get a boundary and bring the 100 up.
Maybe now he's starting to make his move. Time to play catch-up.
Now, every single day, or every match, in fact, twice a day on days like today, we're going to have one of these. Come on, sir. Waiting for you. It's the sparkling smile of the match from Happy Dent. Give us that big smile. Great hairstyle, too. A Happy Dent hamper is on its way to you.
We also had one delivered to us, actually, which was very nice. Thank you very much.
Did that finally make you smile? I've been waiting.
Mild.
Oh, okay. Oh, now, has Simpson got enough of this? I'm not sure. Somehow he has. I don't think he's got near this. 50 comes up for Simpson off 25 deliveries. Acknowledges the crowd. I'm not sure he thinks he got there, but such is the quality of his bat, it flies all the way for 6.
Well, a couple of balls ago, he was striking it at 170, and that was a couple of balls ago. He's now at over 200, touching 210. This has been some innings from Simpson. From a position where you thought, oh, the Gorkhas on their way out, you're now looking at them being favourites if they can play well for the last few overs here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, please, HT. I don't think he's got near this at first, and he somehow manages to get away, to get it over the rope.
He hit it. There was a moment when he looked and thought, have I hit this straight up in the air? But then there was the realization is that, nope, I'm timing it well today.
It was a slower ball from Tanvir. It was actually a very clever piece of bowling. I just think he's held his stroke just enough to get that Gray Nichols willow through it, to soar it through the atmosphere. Tanvir nails the Yorker. Such skills to get it down the ground for 6. What a way to bring up your 50. And across the course of the tournament, we've kept talking about him standing up in a big way today.
Nice way to bring up your 50. Just want to go back to the start of the innings, though, and I know that Mark Watt has proved us completely wrong by scoring that magnificent 100, but Rashid Khan walking in at number 3, again, I still think that you've got the likes of Erasmus, the likes of Karen KC to come. I would just like to see him be a little bit more conventional and give the players like Simpson and like Erasmus more time.
And even Santosh Yadav himself, he's scored a good strike rate throughout the competition. 15 have been bowled. The Gorkhas have a great platform. 109 for 3.
From 24 for 3 to 109 for 3, this partnership has been brilliant. The passage of play between 7 to 15 has gone the Gorkhas' way, and I've really enjoyed the fabric of this association. A bit Bopara-like approach here by Simpson. Talk about skinning the cat in many ways. He's been patient, he's been watchful, and he's got the boundaries with ease as well. That's how you do it. That's how you pace an innings. They were in a deep hole once upon a time, the Gorkhas, but both these batters have played smart and sensible cricket, and with a lot of batting to still follow. Remember, you have Santosh Yadav, Erasmus, Mohammad Adil Alam and Karan Casey as well. You can expect a lot of fireworks from here on, and Simpson certainly will hold the key. Ravi Bopara will be given the ball. A lot of options here, but now they'll need to be careful because both these batters are well set in the middle. Just the right time to also welcome Fazal Khalil in the comm box.
Good afternoon, Mikhail. Good afternoon, all. Oh, beautifully struck this. That's gone all the way straight on the side screen. He's absolutely bludgeoned that down the ground. He's really looking good. Is John Simpson. A lot of experience for him. 37 years old, but he's batting like a real youngster.
Yeah, the stalwart for Middlesex. He's got over 11,000 first-class runs, 8 T20 50s. Look at that. Clean strikes, effortless hits. How wonderfully he's crafted this innings of his. Pressure will be on Bopara. He's conceded a 6 in the first ball of his over. This partnership now into the 90s. And you want to believe the Gorkhas will now be looking at a very sizable and substantial total in the middle. Last time it was Karan Casey. All of a sudden, the entire composition of the side looks completely different, right, Fazal, when a couple of batters get back into form.
Well, absolutely. Take a look at that. Fourth wicket partnership, 92. And when your senior pros get runs, it rubs off well on the youngsters, the local youngsters, the Nepali cricketers. Their confidence goes up. And you're taken in a team as a professional, and to come out there and get these runs will rub off on someone like Milind Kumar as well. And that's the way to do it. And the Kathmandu Gorkhas will be feeling really good. If they get 11 and over from here, they'll get to 168. And if they get that 168, 170, Mikhail, just take a look at that figure with wickets in hand. And we are in the last phase of this innings. Well, it will really augur well for the Kathmandu Gorkhas, despite the fact that you have Ravi Bopara in the Rhinos side, who's in prime form.
Enough time, and that's been put away. He's just growing in confidence here, Milind, and his partner at the other end is helping him as well. What a partnership.
Well, this is exactly what I was talking about. The form that Simpson is in rubs off on someone like a Milind Kumar as well. Off the back foot, just gave that everything, including the kitchen sink, really. Threw it at that. It just rocketed past a diving extra cover. No chance whatsoever. Straight into those boundary cushions. Dot ball rarity. 13 runs of the over so far.
Yeah, John Simpson getting the first 50 for the Gorkhas in their fifth game. Just shows how much they've been struggling with the bat. They've had a couple of 40s. Charles Swarth and Adil Alam getting them. Oh, he drags it on. And against the run of play, this partnership has finally been broken. And it's the partnership breaker here, Ravi Bopara, who induces a wicket and a breather as well for the Rhinos. Milind departs.
Well, against the run of play, really, just not coming onto the ball, onto the pad. A slight off cutter there. Onto the pads and then dislodges the bail. A good innings this of after 16.
A lovely contest playing out here. Game day 11, match number 15. Gorkhas were on a spot. Simpson and Milind dished out a very vital association with the bat worth 98, took them to 122. Simpson still in the middle. And they certainly look good to go very big in this innings of theirs. Adil Alam's been drafted and he gets a promotion as well.
Mohammad Adil Alam, certainly Karan Casey holding himself back. He was the one who scored those 35 odd runs, maybe 39 runs in the last game, and really took them to a good, formidable total. And I think Karan Casey, with just 4 overs to go, should have come into bat himself, because he's the man in form, along with Simpson. They could have really finished big. Well, anyway, Alam out there in the middle.
Yeah, that's in the air. Field coming underneath. That's a lovely take in the deep. Sev Zeb, he's a firecracker of a player in the side, and Simpson's wonderful innings comes to an end. Tried to clear mid-wicket, but he found the fielder.
Well, so many times we've seen this, isn't it? 1 wicket and suddenly the other batsman gets out as well. So it's so important to be sure about how you're going to go about the innings. And now suddenly, from 122 for 4, they're 122 for 5. John Simpson gone for 60, And the Gorkhas now 122 for 5 in the 17th.
Yeah, it's a long list of power hitters here for the Gorkhas. Erasmus too can be very dangerous in this time of the game. And Kamal Singh was successful in that last game of his, a half-hearted appeal there. He got 2 for 25 in that last game against the Biratnagar Kings.
Just take a look at that clearly down the leg side. Getting excited was Kamal Singh, but I'll just give you a good, interesting stat about Erasmus. He bats well against the medium pacers, and he's got the medium pacer in operation right now. He's a very shaky starter when there's a spin on. So it's playing up Erasmus's alley. Oh, geez, down the track, a real wild heave. Needs a direct hit. It's all happening here in Kathmandu, isn't it? Just take a look at the reason why Erasmus has come out there in the middle. It was short. It was sitting up nicely, but just didn't come onto the bat as fast as Simpson was expecting it to. It's not the fastest of pitches, but a very easy catch there for Zeb. He's a really good fielder. He's a utility cricketer, man of the series in season 1. So a big asset that he is for the Chitwan Rhinos. And they come out to chase the score.
Yeah, Mohammad Adil Alam got 48 not out and 25 deliveries against the Biratnagar Kings a couple of nights ago with the bat. He'll swing his bat. For the moment though, he'll get off strike and he'll get off the mark, and that's poor cricket here by the Rhinos. Can't be gifting away easy runs. The momentum is with the Gorkhas at the moment.
Yeah, they've been pretty ordinary in spades, have the Rhinos. They've been flashes of brilliance and then some really ordinary cricket. Don't really see the reason why he threw that ball, but Bopara should have been who threw it. More Bopara, who should have been inside the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, just want to go back to the dismissal of this delivery. I just felt it was a knuckle delivery ball by Ravi Bopara to dismiss Milind. Just felt he very nicely disguised it. Just took the pace off it. Needs some luck as a batter, they say, but he needs some luck as a bowler too. He did really well, but he came. Yeah, generating some pace over here. Kamal Singh, 4 runs and the wicket, the big one of John Simpson. It's 126 for 5. Yeah, wickets have fallen in clusters here for the Gorkhas. They were 24 for 3, and then they had a 98-run partnership, and suddenly one brought 2 from 122 for 3 to 122 for 5. Both the well-set batters in Milind and John are back in the dugout. The Erasmus and Alam now will look to go big in the remaining 3 overs.
Well, we've seen a really good turnout throughout the tournament, and I'm told it's just getting bigger and better. Tomorrow is completely sold out. Saturday and Sunday, completely sold out. Double headers on both days.
That's how it should be, right, Fazal? But we are seeing it sold out on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays as well, and that's NPL fever.
Well, certainly.
He's had a good outing here. Sohail Tanveer has bowled in the right channels. Those in-between lengths, cut the ball to deviate. The signs of aggression early all by Alam. Quite like his attitude, Mohammad Adil Alam. He's missed out on a couple of occasions, Fazal, but he is a very good batter to have. Look at that 48. It certainly gave some hope in that game against the Biratnagar Kings. They did go down defending, but he certainly showed his prowess with the bat. One of the costliest buys, by the way, in NPL Season 2.
Well, that's more reason why he should be a little more consistent there. A duck against the Royals, that's fine. When you get out early, it's fine. But when you get set and then get out, that's the problem. Someone like him comes in at a situation where he really needs to throw the bat at everything. Oh, that'll be close. That will be close. In fact, he's walking. He's walking Erasmus. A brain fade moment for him. Just didn't realize that the wicket keeper is very agile. This is the second time he's done it. Arjun Saud.
Presence of mind. Arjun Saud is a very alert, aware wicketkeeper behind the stumps. Look how quickly he breaks the stumps at the keeper's end. He knows it. And Erasmus has himself to blame. Again, a very casual approach there. He should have been quick to get back into the crease. You can't be gifting away wickets and throwing away the momentum. He walks back without scoring, and it's a Rhinos 1-8 for 6. Yeah, from a position of strength to a position of despair, all of a sudden, the Kathmandu Gorkhas will once again have to restart and rebuild in this final phase. They don't have much time, but if Karan Casey can replicate all of what he did in the last game, it'll come in handy. We're looking at a score of 160, 170 a couple of overs ago. He got 31 in 1 over in the last game, walked away with the player of the match as well. 34 in 11. Yeah, he's off the blocks very early as well in his innings. Yeah, but what's happening here for the Gorkhas, Fazal? Just throwing it away.
Just too late in the pieces. 98-run partnership, and suddenly they're staring at 140, 145. Beautifully bowled this, and that's how it's going to be. Lucky edge down to third man by They love these edges.
All these come handy for even an edge like this.
Well, it was more the bowler's slingy action. So quick. He's got that real fast twitch. Does Sohail Tanveer, despite the fact that he must be pushing 40. Still got that little sting and spring in his stride as well. 2 for 25 in 3.3.
Gone. Mohammad Adil Alam plays all over this one. You miss, I hit, says Sohail Tanveer. He's mixed it up beautifully. This was in the width of the stumps and it crashes into the off.
Well, that's the slingy action of Sohail Tanvir. It doesn't really show you how quick the ball comes after pitching. Just skids on. He's a skiddy customer. Just too good for Alam on that occasion. It's a legal delivery. We'll move on from there. And there it is, that little inside edge. Once again, third wicket for Sohail Tanvir, and what an asset he is for the Rhinos. He'll have to walk back for 8 and in deep, deep trouble. The Gorkhas at 133 for 7.
What an over this turned out to be. He did concede a 4, came back to get the wicket of Alam.
Just take a look at the guile of Sohail Tanvir. He bowled that Yorker, which Alam got a boundary off. He edged it to third man. In the very next delivery, skidded onto him, the inner edge. Getting the wicket, and he really mixes it up really well. Sohail Tanvir has been such an asset to this team, and when he played it for Pakistan, 3 for 25, one delivery. Can he finish with a 4?
Brilliant! What a catch! Sohail Tanvir, acrobatic, and shows he's still a 20-year-old at heart and fitness. It was never going to be easy. Firstly,
He saw it, and one hand. The 40-year-old, he's got the spring of a 25-year-old. 4 wickets he ends his spell with. Santosh Yadav gone for a duck. The Gorkhas now 133 for 8. Thank you.
it's been capitulation. 5 wickets in the space of 11 runs for the Gorkhas. 122 for 3 to 133 for 8. I just can't believe my eyes here.
Well, they've got themselves to blame, Mikhail. You can't have, once again, I repeat, Karan Casey stranded at the other end, batting at number 8, and you have 10 and 11 for company. What can he do from here? A couple of sixes, maybe? That'll still take them to 140, 145 tops. And then with Ravi Bopara there, they're just going to cruise. Are the Rhinos, unless they bat as badly as the Gorkhas have. But I don't see that happening with someone like Ravi Bopara. They're very smart, and probably the smartest cricketer in the league. There it is. What an effort this. One-handed, stretched completely, long levers. Oh, that's for Andrew Leonard and his friend. There it is. 4 for 25 of his 4. That's in the air. That'll be out as well. Very simple, easy catch in the end. Kamal Singh Airi, the catcher on that occasion. And it's all falling apart now for the Kathmandu Gorkhas.
No, it's been some slide over here. They've just caved in post that 98-run partnership. Karan Casey getting the toe end of the bat. Kamal Singh Airi with a very fine catch in the deep. And this man's he's on a roll. He's in his elements. Yeah, he's certainly high on confidence. 5 wickets in the last game, 2 wickets today. And Karan Casey as well walks back. That makes it 6 wickets in the space of 11 runs here for the Gorkhas. 133 for 9. Yeah, it's all just fallen apart for the Kathmandu Gorkhas. Dipesh Khandel comes out. Cut away. Oh, a bit of a misfield. Runs here. Just look back at this last 15 minutes and it's been a shocker if you're a Kathmandu Gorkhas fan. Came back so well in that last game, looked so good in this.
Well, what real options does Karan Casey have? A couple of overs to go, just 2 wickets in the bag, and he has to play those big shots, and it didn't work for him. It worked last time, won't work every time. So they have to really rethink their batting order, do the Kathmandu Gorkhas. They have a very experienced coach in Monty Desai. He's coached Nepal. He's been with the Rajasthan Royals. So he's got a world of experience, and that experience needs to be translated by this team into performance.
Oh, this should be another one. Just falls short of Ranjit. He really can't undo the work, the good work done by Milind and Simpson. I mean, they were 24 for 3. They get a 98-run partnership, and then you give it away 136 for 9.
Well, that's what happens when the two batsmen are batting out there in the middle. They are the best two batsmen batting there, and they need to take the team to the complete end, bat till the 20th over. Don't let it go and pass the buck on to the next batsman, because it's difficult on this pitch to come here and start batting at 7s and 6s. You need to get set on this pitch. So the set batsman should not throw it away.
I just like the way Malla has rotated his bowlers depending on the kind of batters who've walked out, seized his opportunities here. Got Soil Tanveer bowl in different intervals of the game. Slipped in Zeb for his 3 overs. This is high. And the bowler circling underneath it. Oh, he's completely lost it. He was just going in circles and circles, only to realize that the ball was just moving away from him. Does well. Quite an over this, and a wicket and 6 runs coming off it. We're into the final over. It's 139 for 9. A quick reminder to all our viewers, My Dear AC will reward one of the most energetic fan with a brand new AC at the coolest which is streaming worldwide except India. So you know the game? Just go and download and subscribe right away to view all the matches live and see the highlights as well. Some Gorkhas in that dugout will be hurting.
Just take a look at this, Mikhail. Last 34 runs, 6 wickets have been lost. And that's where The entire team has crumbled. That's the last 5 overs, 34 runs, 6 wickets. It's really a sorry sight if you're a Kathmandu Gorkhas fan.
Goes high, Malla takes it, and they wrap things up in the middle, the Chitwan Rhinos. They bowled the Gorkhas for 142, and it's been a clinical bowling effort and a very strong fielding performance as well. They're looking the side, the Rhinos, in this competition, and they're coming back strong game after game.
Well, I feel for the number 11. He had to just throw caution to the wind and just getting the field at long on. Malla there taking the catch, and very dismal end to the Gorkhas innings, but they've still managed to get 142 despite all the problems that they've had. They've got the 142, and we've seen 137 being defended on this pitch. So they have a little bit to bowl to, but I think the Rhinos' batting is just a little too strong for this 142. Take a look at this, match number 15, Ben Charlesworth. So much is expected of him, threw it away once again. And Akash Tripathi was really ball watching that run out of Saud. He did such a good job behind the stumps. Rashid Khan was sent in as the pinch hitter, didn't last too long. Milind Kumar is a really important member of this side. His partnership with John Simpson, 60, I think they got about 90 odd runs, and then it was just a free fall from there. Just couldn't recover, and I was disappointed that I didn't see Karan Casey batting up the order. 142 is what they could get. The Kathmandu Gorkhas put into bat.
Yeah, one sizable and substantial partnership in the middle order between John and Milind, 98 and 17. And then we did see Ben and Tripathi get 14. Just the 2 double-figure partnerships, but otherwise that story tells the picture. A sorry state of affairs for the Kathmandu Gorkhas. This after they were primed for a very big score in this outing of theirs.
Well, I've always believed that you need to play the T20 in 3 phases. They did well. The Gorkhas, just take a look at that. Between 1 to 6, they had a really poor power play, 39, and they lost 3 wickets. They rebuilt really well with Simpson and Milind Kumar, 70 of 15, and after that, they've thrown it away. Once you
But this wonderful piece of alertness and awareness and presence of mind by Arjun Saud resulted in Akash's wicket. Then you had Rashid Khan coming out, but he didn't last long. Just tossed one up to Bopara, who took a very simple catch of the bowling of Ranjit Kumar, who was amongst wickets. Sohail Tanveer struck, and that's when they were in deep trouble at 24 for 3. Then came a wonderful partnership that bailed the team out of trouble as Milind and John Simpson went after the bowling, playing some very good conventional and contemporary cricket.
Well, this is where they were looking like they'll get that 170, and this is such a good-looking team on paper. Just take a look at the way Simpson got to that 50, a really well-deserved one, and then it just started falling apart from here. Once Simpson was dismissed, and in walked Alam, and that was Erasmus. Another little moment where he liked to forget. He was run out by the wicketkeeper who did so well. And then Karan Casey came just too late in the order for me. Sohail Tanveer bowled so well, and he fielded well as well. The big man just stretching that left hand. And then it just kept falling apart for them. That was the last man dismissed, called Kushal, bowled Kamal Ivy. And just 142 runs for them after they looked so good. Well, Jess, as usual, is busy at the sidelines. Jess, what do you have for us now?
I'm joined by the man of the moment, John Simpson. John, 60 off 29 for yourself. How good was it out there in the middle?
Yeah, it was nice to get a few runs. Been threatening throughout the whole tournament, but yeah, it's nice to sort of stand up and be counted. Got to get in there early and make use of the power play, and then nice to sort of build an innings. But yeah, obviously disappointing not to get a total probably of 150, 160, but yeah, 143. I think 143. So yeah, something to defend.
Great work. And now building that partnership with Kumar, then what were the conversations taking place between the wicket?
I think just, me and him, we've got a lot of experience between each other. So I watched quite a bit of Ravi in the last few innings and the way he's built his innings and just tried to, hit good cricket shots, strong shots. And then when it was in my area, looked to sort of take on the boundaries. So pretty simple, really. And then obviously once the left arm spinner came on, was obviously to the longer side, was just trying to rotate the stripe, get our ones and twos. And then obviously once he came onto the short side, try and take a little bit more of a gamble. Not really a gamble, but more of a strength of mine.
And now you had an excellent red ball season back in the UK as well, surpassing 1,000 runs. What does that change of preparation look like for you coming into the white ball format?
Yeah, I probably only had a couple of hits at home, and then obviously Monty, our coach, wanted us out the week before, so we actually managed to get 3 or 4 good hits, a couple out in the middle, although 1 and 0 wasn't exactly what I was expecting. But yeah, look, I think the preparation has been really good for the tournament, but obviously very different going 5 months further on into April when the ball's nipping around and back to the Dukes. So very different preparation of just obviously trying to work against spin, sweeps, reverse sweeps, and then, which I'd imagine is going to come on a little bit later in the tournament. But yeah, I think very simple stuff, really.
Excellent. Well, all the best for you and the team in the next innings. Thank you very much. Back to comms.
Thank you, Jess. Yes, he's looked in sublime form today for his innings. What an outing he had with the bat. As many as 7 bowlers used, and Sohail Tanvir was brilliant, especially the catch of his own bowling to finish with 4 for 25. 2 wickets apiece for Ranji.